All right, a number of you are actually on quarantine right now. Sorry, this really is awful, but I want to show you what we're doing this week in class when you're not here. The virtual stuff is better posted and you can follow along. I'm mostly trying to give you the stuff that we're doing the 2 days that you would be here if you're not. We're working on writing a lead, and it all has to do with the vlog that you've created and what we're going to be doing with it. If you click on writing the lead, it will, this is my homepage. It will, this is a short video for you to do on a little bit more about what that means. So that's an e-lesson that we did in class, but it's an ed puzzle. Once you have done that, you'll make a copy of the class worksheet. So you're going to copy that. And I don't want to make a copy. So I'm going to go to my Google Drive and type it in instead, because otherwise I'll have 1,000 copies and that's very annoying. Sorry. Okay, it looks like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to first watch your vlog and listen for what you recorded and write down 2 ideas that you state in your video that you feel strongest about. So it might be something like, I really dislike trying to learn from home. I feel abandoned. Or it could be that I enjoy the fact that e-learning I get done in a couple hours. Or it could be something about how frightened of the virus you are, or what your family is doing to make the most of the fact that this year is so different. But it needs to be some sort of a strong statement. And you're trying to find 2 of them. You're going to use those. Once you've written that, you're going to come down here. You're going to use the information from the Ed Puzzle assignment on writing a lead, and you're going to record 1 or 2 sentences from the beginning of your video as a lead. Most people are actually just being able to do 1 sentence, and it's working out really well. This is a statement, not a question. It does not tell about the process of recording the video. For example, you are not saying this video is about, or I'm going to tell you about, or I was told to do X. That's about the process of making a video. We don't care. We can figure that out. Instead, it needs to be some kind of a strong thesis statement. Here are some sentence starters. You only have to do 1, but pick one. So you could say COVID-19 has changed education not only this year, but I think it will continue. Or you could say in-person learning is far superior than trying to do e-lessons. Or maybe you would say Westfield Middle School needs to, and bring all students back immediately to start school. Or maybe you would say 2020 will be remembered as the year education changed, or the year that my family got closer together, or something like that. So you're trying to take a statement. Once you have done that, you're actually going to record that onto the vlog that you have already started. So once you've got those two things done, you can go back over to the vlog that you started, and I've got to get back to it. So you're going to go to projects, to the shared with me, open the same vlog that you got things recorded. What we're going to do is create a statement that starts before you start talking, and it's going to be under the title. So it end up looking something like this. So if this is my vlog right here, I need to move this. Can I move that? Maybe I can just hide it. Okay. And it's going to be under here like this. So what I did is I took the vlog that I recorded, which was right here. It is possible to move them both at the same time if you have more than one. It's not giving me a lot of, okay. If I draw a box around the two of them, I can group those and kind of shove it over a little bit so that there's space for me to record something. So you don't want to record over yourself talking. So give yourself a couple of seconds at the beginning that you're going to use a title. And I'll tell you what to do with these two things in a minute. Those are pictures. Then you're going to move your playhead to where you want to start talking. And then go up here to narrate. If you finished the video training that I had you do on the tutorial, you have already done this, but if you haven't finished it, this might be new to you. You're going to get close to the mic and record. If you're using the mic on your computer, just make sure you're sitting pretty close to the computer. You're going to hit record. It gives you a 3-second countdown. And that was the bell. All right. And then you're going to record whatever you're going to say. 2020 will be remembered as the year that changed everything. Hit stop. Now, if you made a mistake and you want to record again, all you have to do is hit record again, and it just doesn't save that one and you get a new one. If you want to listen to it, you can play it here. Otherwise, you're going to hit save and put it on the timeline. Now, I already have something on the timeline on that, so it's going to throw another recording underneath it that I can delete. But that's what you're going to need to do, is take that phrase that you write right here, and you're going to go to your recording, and on your recording, you're going to record that as an intro. All right, so it ends up being under here. I don't really want that. I like the one that's up here, so I'm going to actually click on that and delete it. So what you will have here is you've got your intro, but you also need to add a title slide. The title slide should relate in some way to what you're going to talk about. So it needs, from a context, needs to have something from that statement that you made. You're going to go up here to text, and you're going to add a title slide to that top line under video 2. It is important that you do it on video 2 because you're going to put pictures and stuff underneath it. I used something that was large and in the middle so that it really stood out and it gave me 2 lines to write on. So whichever you want to do is fine. All of these title slides do have limitations based on the size of the font and that kind of thing. You can, when you double click on the title slide, once it's on your timeline, that's where you will type in what you want. You can also change the color scheme if you want to. I could make this one kind of greenish, for example, because I'm working against a chalkboard, and that might work well with that color. Then to find pictures to illustrate what you're talking about, I'm talking about education not being the same here. So I can go to the stock media under the star over here, and this gives me some media that I can actually use. I typed in education. You can type in something that relates to whatever it is you're talking about. I found clips. I added 2 of them here. I did have to shorten them. They tend to be too long, so I pulled them down, and I could, for example, put that over there and place that one that I did have with this. And so I could have the chalkboard. So what you want to do is visually create some sort of thing over top of what you are talking about. There are 2 more steps to do with this project. This is a multi-step project that's lasting for a couple of weeks. What you should have done so far is record the vlog on the timeline and then do this sheet at the top and recorded what you're going to say underneath. That's what we're working on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. Then we're also working on the next step of this, which will be to actually conduct an interview with someone. You will be able to talk with a parent or a sibling or anybody that you're around. I realize you're in quarantine. That might be limited. There's also going to be some options for you to take information from what you've got, what you have done, from what other students have done. Not just from what you've done, but from other students have done. If I go back to the My Media folder, this is slow. If I go back to okay. Then you can go to the project media folder, and the project media folder will have in it anything that other students have also added, and you're going to add some of their voices to the things that you're going to do. That's where we're headed on the long term. I will send another video later for that.